afternoon, students. Welcome to the 19th lecture from Unit 2 of Industrial Management and Smart Technologies. So, today's topic to be discussed is Introduction to the Corporate Social Responsibility, the Delegation, Decentralization, and Organization Structures. So, in yesterday's class, we have discussed about the management, workers' management in workers participation in the management. Today in this class we'll discuss about the corporate social responsibility. So many of the people know the concept of corporate social responsibility, but you don't know what exactly it is and how it started and how it runs, right? So the corporate social responsibility means simply the rights and responsibilities assigned to private industry. Means how it is assigned means how it is how it is assigned means uh, a simple example I can say you, because of this pandemic corona situation, since last year majority of industries, Reliance Industries, Tata Industries, our movie industry, uh, your Sundrop refined oil industries, whatever the industries, Britannia biscuits, Parle G, your Coco, your Amaron batteries. సో మీకు ఏదైతే పెద్ద పెద్ద సంస్థల పేర్లు తెలుసో మెజారిటీ 80% ఆఫ్ ద కంపెనీస్ హ్యావ్ ఫండెడ్ ఫర్ ద disaster disease, that is pandemic corona. Means I will explain you in detail. Because of this corona effect, the companies, those who are manufacturing or doing services to the society and giving taxes, paying taxes to the government and supplying the products or services to the society, at one point of time, either it may be the natural calamities like earthquake, heavy rains, floods, whatever the other things, natural calamities happen to the society, then these sectors or these people will give some amount as a fund to the society in order to help the society. So that is simply nothing but the corporate social responsibility. For example, every industry, every industry, various departments you can see. In every industry, you are having various types of departments: finance department, HR department, manufacturing department, marketing department, etc. At the same time, one department is there that is nothing but corporate social responsibility. That is also a department, that is also a wing which is used for working working for the safeguard of the people in the society, right? People in the society. Yes. One second. Yeah, I think majority of people have been joined. M001, M001, 07012 3201. Okay, majority of people have been joined. Okay, I will once again say, just I'll give a brief one-line sentence of this corporate social responsibility. Corporate social responsibility means it is one of a wing or a department or a organization run by any private factories or any private companies or any private business firms like Tata, Reliance, Amaron Batteries, Amar Raja Batteries, Britannia, Parle G, your Patanjali, your Saffola, your sunflower oil, your Lakme, whatever it is, whatever the products you are seeing in the advertisements, and also whatever the factories you are seeing outside, Hero Honda, tractor companies, two-wheeler companies. So at one situation where there is a problem in the society, like floods, heavy rains, natural disasters like hudud, like earthquakes, like this corona, whenever it happens in the society, these big corporate business people, they will give some amount to the people by the government or through the government. That is nothing but corporate social responsibility. అర్థమైందా? So this acts as a body which has rights and responsibilities assigned to the private industries. So these private industries, what they will do, they do business in the society. మా ప్రొడక్ట్స్ కొనండి, మా సర్వీసెస్ వాడండి. సో దీస్ ఆర్ అవర్ ప్రొడక్ట్స్, దీస్ ఆర్ క్వాలిటీ ప్రొడక్ట్స్. అట్ ది సేమ్ టైమ్ దే ఆర్ పేయింగ్ taxes టు ద గవర్నమెంట్. యు ఆర్ ఎంజాయింగ్ ద ప్రొడక్ట్స్ అండ్ సర్వీసెస్. బట్ ప్రజలు కష్టాల్లో ఉన్నప్పుడు, సొసైటీ అన్న ప్రాబ్లమ్స్లో ఉన్నప్పుడు, ప్రతి కంపెనీకి ఒక ఏజెన్సీ, ఒక స్మాల్ ఆఫీస్ ఉంటుంది, ఒక స్మాల్ డిపార్ట్మెంట్. వాట్ ఈస్ ద డిపార్ట్మెంట్? సిఎస్ఆర్. అంటే ఏ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ వచ్చినా కూడా కంపెనీ తరపు నుంచి ఒక 1%, 2% అమౌంట్ సొసైటీకి హెల్ప్ చేయడానికి ఏ విధంగా వాడేదాన్ని వీఆర్ కాలింగ్ దెమ్ యాజ్ ఎ కార్పొరేట్ సోషల్ రెస్పాన్సిబిలిటీ, రైట్? So in big universities, in educational schools, universities also, you can see this type of corporate social funding. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఇట్లా ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ వచ్చినప్పుడు ఎంప్లాయీస్ నుంచి వన్ డే శాలరీ. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఒక యూనివర్సిటీలో ఒక 300 ఎంప్లాయీస్ ఉన్నారు అనుకోండి, 300 ఫ్యాకల్టీ, 150 డ్రైవర్స్, టోటల్ 500 ఎంప్లాయీస్ ఉన్నారు. 500 ఎంప్లాయీస్ దగ్గర నుంచి వన్ డే శాలరీ వాళ్ళకి ఎంత వస్తుందో పర్ మంత్, దానిలోంచి వన్ డే శాలరీ, ఈ వన్ డే శాలరీ అంతా తీసుకెళ్ళి సీఎం రిలీఫ్ ఫండ్ ఆర్ పిఎం రిలీఫ్ ఫండ్ ఆర్ డైరెక్ట్లీ టు ద NGOs and helping the people, not poor people, those who are in problem attained by the natural calamities. That is nothing but corporate social responsibility. It is a political economy. It is a political economy. So the main concepts of CSR is firms have responsibilities to societies including economic, legal, ethical, and discriminatory, philanthropic. So said by some of the persons. So they say that the companies, the factories, those who are having big factories, big companies doing business with the people, have responsibilities to societies, including economical ga ante money, economical ga, legal ga, rights, ethical, humanity, and philanthropic. So this type of situations ఉన్నప్పుడు, so they have to react at a time, they have to react on the situation and raise the funds and give to the society. Next, social contract. This is a tacit social contract between the firm and the society. The contract bestows certain rights in exchange for certain responsibilities. సో ఈ పెద్ద పెద్ద కంపెనీస్ ఫండింగ్ ఇలా ఒక 10 lakhs, ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ హోండా షోరూమ్, హీరో సైకిల్స్ 5 lakhs డొనేట్ చేసింది. అమెరాన్ బ్యాటరీస్ ఒక 10 lakhs డొనేట్ చేసింది. బ్రిటానియా బిస్కెట్స్ ఒక 5 lakhs డొనేట్ చేసింది. లైక్ దిస్ ఎందుకు చేస్తారు ఇవన్నీ? సో వాట్ ఈస్ ద ప్రాఫిట్? సో వెన్ ఎవర్ దీస్ పీపుల్ డూ లైక్ దిస్ ఫర్ ద society, these amount whatever they have given for the funding, it will not be shown in the tax. సో ట్యాక్స్ కట్టేటప్పుడు దీన్ని మనం డిడక్ట్ చేసుకోవడానికి ఫెసిలిటీ ఉంటుంది, రైట్? అట్ ది సేమ్ టైం వెన్ ఎవర్ యు ఆర్ రిటర్నింగ్ ఫర్ ద ట్యాక్స్, టీడీఎస్, అది మీకు జాబ్స్ చేసేటప్పుడు ట్యాక్స్, దాని బెనిఫిట్స్ గురించి వస్తుంది. సో వెన్ ఎవర్ యూ వాంట్ టు రిటర్న్ దట్ క్లెయిమ్ ఫర్ ద రిటర్న్స్, సో 5 lakhs నేను సో టైం ఫలానా దానికి నేను ఖర్చు పెట్టాను అని ఇఫ్ యూ క్లెయిమ్ ఇన్ ద టీడీఎస్, దెన్ in that amount some percentage of amount will be claimed to you. will be claimed to the companies. That is a benefit what those companies will get, right? So whenever these people will do this type of things, whenever in the future, when the company requires any land for construction of any factories or some office, government will give some additional benefits, some discounts, some land discounts for these factories. Why? Because these people act suddenly. These people act at the right time and help the society by giving the some funds to the society. Got it? This is a social contract that is made between the firm and the society. Next, stakeholder. A stakeholder is any group or individual who can affect or affected by the achievement of an organization's purpose. So stakeholders means the people who are investing in the firm or investing in the society. What are the key issues of corporate social responsibility? Labor rights. So labor rights are the key issues in the CSR. లేబర్ రైట్స్, ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్, మీరు రోడ్డు మీద బయట ఎక్కడ చూసే ఉంటారు, హోటల్స్లో టేబుల్ క్లీన్ చేసేవాళ్ళు, అంట్లు తోమేవాళ్ళు, లేదంటే మెకానిక్ షెడ్లో మెకానిక్ పని చేసేవాళ్ళు, ఇంకెక్కడన్నా వాట్ ఎవర్ ఏదైనా షాప్స్లో లెస్ దాన్ సో అండ్ సో పీపుల్ వర్క్ చేస్తే క్రైమ్, రైట్? దట్ ఈస్ ఎ క్రైమ్, లేబర్ క్రైమ్. సో యూ కెన్ డైరెక్ట్లీ రిపోర్ట్ టు ద హైయర్ అథారిటీ దట్ ఈ హోటల్లో పలానా పిల్లలు వర్క్ చేస్తున్నారు, బట్ ద ఏజ్ ఈస్ వెరీ లెస్. So once you give a complaint to those labor rights people, they will come and do the necessary action. Right? Labor rights is the primary issue for this CSR, that is child labor, forced laboring, right to organize, safety and health. So your labor rights law, what are the things to be discussed means child labor. చైల్డ్ లేబర్ ఏ ఏజ్ తర్వాత నుంచి మీరు పనిలో పెట్టుకోవాలి. సో ఇప్పుడు మీరు ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఇఫ్ యూ సీ ఎనీ లిక్కర్ షాప్స్, సో అండ్ సో ఏజ్ దాటిన వాళ్ళకి మాత్రమే లిక్కర్ అమ్మబడును, బిలో పీపుల్ లిక్కర్ అమ్మబడదు అని రాసి ఉంటుంది, రైట్? సో హియర్ ఆల్సో పిల్లల్ని పనిలో పెట్టుకునేటప్పుడు, సో దే హ్యావ్ టు సీ ద ఏజ్ అండ్ దే హ్యావ్ టు వర్క్, గెట్ ఇట్ కన్ఫర్మ్. ఫోర్స్డ్ లేబర్ తెలిసిందే కదా. ఫోర్స్డ్ లేబర్ మీన్స్ బలవంతంగా పనిలో కూర్చుకోవడం, ఏదర్ ఇట్ మే బి ఆఫీస్ వర్క్ ఆర్ ఇట్ మే బి ఏది ఇంట్లో పనికి పెట్టుకోవడము, ఇలా ఇండస్ట్రీస్లో పనికి పెట్టుకోవడము, లేబర్ పని పెట్టుకోవడం, ఆల్ దీస్ ఆర్ కమ్స్ అండర్ ద లేబర్ లైట్. Safety and health, right to organize like this. Next one is environmental conditions, water and air emissions, climate change. So water and air, so pollution, environmental conditions లో పొల్యూషన్, ఇండస్ట్రీస్ లో నుంచి మనకి ఏమొస్తుంది, టూ టైప్స్ ఆఫ్ వేస్ట్ వస్తుంది. వన్ ఈస్ వాటర్ పొల్యూషన్, త్రీ టైప్స్ ఆఫ్ వేస్ట్ వస్తుంది. వన్ ఈస్ వాటర్ పొల్యూషన్, అదర్ వన్ ఈస్ ఎయిర్ పొల్యూషన్, అదర్ వన్ ఈస్ అ సాలిడ్ పొల్యూషన్. So these three types of waste are also make harmful to the society, right? So this is also we have to keep in consideration. Next, human rights, cooperation with paramilitary forces, complicity in extrajudicial killings. So human rights కిందకు వచ్చినప్పుడు we have to make a good cooperation with the paramilitary forces. Paramilitary forces means which are not directly the police force, like your guards, your X-Men people, your security guards, like these people, those who are working for the society. Next, poverty alleviation. Poverty alleviation means job creation, public revenues, skills and technology. So ఈ poverty alleviation లో job creation means if you see somewhere in the newspaper or in the TV, palana company, for example Infosys is a private organization. Infosys is conducting campus drive or open campus at some college or at some open source, right? Or some other company like Hero Honda, like any Bajaj, or whatever the companies, whatever the industries. So just like a drive for the students, those who are not getting jobs. It is a motivation, job creation, public revenues generation, making skills and technology. సో కొన్ని ప్రైవేట్ సంస్థలు కూడా యూ హ్యావ్ టు ఇంప్రూవ్ ద స్కిల్స్ అపార్ట్ ఫ్రమ్ ద ఎడ్యుకేషన్ అని కూడా చెప్తున్నాయి. సమ్ గవర్నమెంట్ బాడీస్, ఏపీ గవర్నమెంట్ ఏపీ స్కిల్ డెవలప్మెంట్ అని కూడా మనకు ఒకటి ఉంటుంది. అట్ ది సేమ్ టైం ప్రైవేట్ ఆర్గనైజేషన్స్ ఆల్సో డూ అట్ దేర్ బెస్ట్, రైట్? ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్, in India, I think you have heard the name Akshaya Patra. Akshaya Patra is one of the organization, private organization. మీకు అక్షయ పాత్ర అనేసి ఒక వ్యాన్, ఒక పెద్ద వ్యాన్ వెహికల్ ఉంటుంది. ఎవ్రీ డే సమ్ థౌజండ్స్ అండ్ థౌజండ్స్ ఆఫ్ పీపుల్కి అక్షయ పాత్ర అనే ఒక సంస్థ నుంచి లంచ్, ఎవ్రీడే ఫ్రీ లంచ్ అనేది సొసైటీకి అందజేస్తున్నారు. హూ ఆర్ డూయింగ్ దిస్ వన్? అక్షయ పాత్ర ఫౌండేషన్. వీళ్ళకి ఫండ్స్ ఎక్కడి నుంచి వస్తున్నాయి? సాఫ్ట్ బ్యాంక్ ఫ్రమ్ జపాన్ అనే సాఫ్ట్ బ్యాంక్ నుంచి అక్షయ పాత్రకి ఫండ్స్ వస్తున్నాయి. ఎందుకు? రోజుకి ఇంతమందికి కడుపుకి అన్నం పెడుతున్నాము, ఆకలి తీరుస్తున్నాము. దట్ ఈస్ ఆల్సో వన్ టైప్ ఆఫ్ ఫండింగ్ agencies. Those who are doing good for society, right? So some of the trusts kuda untayi. These trusts are also doing some good activities to the society, for the well-being for the society. Next, context globally. So the word CSR is sounded globally. అంతే కదా, CSR అనే వర్డ్ గ్లోబల్గా మనకి పరిచయం అవ్వాలి. Liberalization of markets, reduction of the regularity approach, emergence of global giants, consolidation of market share, development of the embedded firm and the good value chain, development of the supply workers in developing the countries, right? Next, what are the key drivers of CSR? CSR drive చేయడానికి కావాల్సిన కీ డ్రైవర్స్ ఏంటి? అరౌండ్ ద వరల్డ్, NGO, non-government organization activism, రెస్పాన్సిబుల్ ఇన్వెస్ట్మెంట్ అంటే ఇప్పుడు మనం ఇందాక చెప్పుకున్న ఎగ్జాంపుల్, దట్ ఈస్ అ సాఫ్ట్ బ్యాంక్ ఈజ్ గివింగ్ ఫండింగ్ టు ద అక్షయ పాత్ర ఫౌండేషన్. రెస్పాన్సిబుల్గా ఇన్వెస్ట్మెంట్ చేస్తుంది. లిటిగేషన్, గవర్నమెంట్ అండ్ IGO ఇనిషియేటివ్స్. నెక్స్ట్, నాన్ టెక్నికల్ government and IGO initiatives. Next one is developing countries. So in the developing countries, the key drivers are foreign customers, foreign investors, domestic customers, foreign development agencies, FDI, government and international government organizations. So these are the key drivers of CSR. Then what are the implications for enterprises? That is the CSR management. What are the implications in enterprises? Enterprise is also nothing but a firm or a business. And enter firm, sometimes we can call it as a business cover, business bag, like that. Right? Implications for enterprises, CSR management. How do companies address social, environmental and legal compliance issues? Ela address చేస్తుంది? If you see the policies, code of conduct, by seeing the conduct ante a certificate that a person is a good or a bad, a service is a good or a bad, an experience is a good or a bad. So by taking the code of conduct with the policies, by taking the compliance management for the systems, and accounting and reporting. Next, sustainable business development does not come about. Sustainable business development doesn't come about of its own accord. Commitment to sustainability means withstanding in the business development, that corporate processes by reliably controlled and That's everyone actions in finance as such as the environment and social areas, right? So prerequisites for this are binding guidelines, unambiguous corporate goals, and a clear organization structure. So if you see the organization structure of CSR management, it is very simple. Board of directors. So in this board of directors, apart from the board of directors, the wing which is placing at the top area, that is board of directors, where they give suggestions and take decisions. So this is governed by the audit committee of board for this board of directors. And for the board of directors, you are having to the next is president and CEO. President and CEO. From this president and CEO, you are having number of branches like group presidents, chief financial officers, VP of human resources. So the general counsel, the corporate responsibility officer, VP of human resources, like this. So these are indirectly connected to the board committee. And this is a steering committee, means working committee outside it is shown. These people are not visible, these are not visible, these are likely visible, these are strongly visible. And the steering committee ante ముందుండి నడిపించే కమిటీ స్టీరింగ్ కమిటీ. సో సిఎస్ఆర్ మేనేజ్మెంట్ you are having this type of structure where all the people are connected to the president and CEO. The CEO and president is responsible for the board of directors, that is a chairman, right? So some people, some big giants or some people uh, which are highly thinking or which are highly creative doesn't think of the this things. Next, CSR management. CSR management, how it acts. CSR management, how it acts whenever the problem arises in the society. First one is plan it. First thing to do is plan. Consult stakeholders before doing any project, or before executing the project under the scheme of CSR. First, plan it. First one is a plan. So what is the plan of this one? The first one is plan accordingly. First one is a consult stakeholders. Stakeholders means those who are investing or those who are standing beside a company, or those who are standing beside a company or a firm or a factory. First, consult the stakeholders. Next, establish the code of conduct. Establish the code of conduct means whenever they give any information or suggestions or information, you have to take it dynamically and you have to make a presentation or make a remarkable position. Right. Third one, set targets. Targets means you have to complete the project in 6 months or 3 months or 2 months or 4 months, like that. So we have to plan accordingly whenever you are going with this CSR management. CSR management. Next, second one is do. Second option is a do option. So what does the do says here? Establish management systems and personnel. So whenever you are looking into the house, then plan according to the establishment and establishment and personal development of the management. Next, plan do check. Once the business model is prepared or once the project is prepared, what is the check? Then you have to go for this establish management systems and personnel, and promote code compliance. Promote the code compliance. Next, check, measure the progress, how much progress it has been done. So once you planned it, once you organized it, once you had some discussions, then whenever you are planning for doing, then check for the progress, whether the progress ఉందా లేదా, ఎంత ప్రోగ్రెస్ అయ్యింది, ప్రోగ్రెస్ పెంచాలా వద్దా. నెక్స్ట్ ఆడిట్ ఇట్. ఆడిట్ మీన్స్ జస్ట్ లైక్ అకౌంటింగ్, ఎంత ఖర్చు అయింది, ఎంత ఖర్చు అవుతుంది, తర్వాత ఎంత ఖర్చు అవ్వడానికి మనం ఏం చేయాలి. సో వాట్ ఈస్ ద నెక్స్ట్ వీక్స్ బడ్జెట్. సో హౌ టు do the all the things like this in the check. Next, report. Once you made some progress in the work and also made some auditing, by evening having a simple freshing mind, you can report, or you can have a report on a paper and submit the report to the higher authorities. After checking, act accordingly. So once the checking is done, corrective action, take corrective action. Next, corrective action and reform of the systems. So like this, plan, do, check, act. Plan, do, check, act. So this is a cyclic process where once this is a cyclic process in order to achieve the delegation, in order to achieve the concept of delegation, and you can go ahead and you can move ahead. So this is a simple management done by every factory or a firm or a company, so that it is beneficial for the people as well as the management persons. The time 3:45, 3:10. So this is about the corporate social responsibility. So one should be very responsible, one should be very responsible for this type of things whenever you are getting a problem into the society. Got it? Next topic to be discussed is a introduction to delegation. Delegation means some of the people, right, who is here. Delegation means a grant or conferment of authority by a superior to the subordinate for accomplishment of particular assignment. So what is the meaning of our delegation means? Delegation is a group of thing. A delegation is a group of thing, or a delegation
Sir, voice disturbance వస్తుంది.
a delegation is a group of authority given by the supervisor to
Sir,
subordinate in order
sir,
for the particular assignment. According to Mooney, delegation means conferring a specified authority by the highest to the lower authority. It is a devolution. It is a devolution of authority by a person. It is a devolution of authority by a person. I think it's audible now. It is audible. I kept very clearly. I once I'm reading, just check once. Delegation means a grant or conferment of authority by a superior to subordinate for the accomplishment of the particular assignment. Is it audible? Just give a message. According to the Mooney, delegation ante a specified authority. Yeah, you have some technical issues, some internet problem. No problem. Next topic to be discussed is introduction to the delegation. Delegation. Delegation means authority of saying something Delegation means the authority of saying something to your subordinate. Subordinate means to your lower person or your beside person in order to fulfill the particular assignment. Right? So it is a devolution of authority by a person of his agent or subordinate. Agent or subordinate. Okay. Okay. Now it's clear. Okay. Here the subject is whatever the content you are delivering to your subordinate or your superior or your inferior, it should be accomplished with a particular assignment, right? So it is devolution of authority by a person to his agent or subordinate subject to his right of supervision and control. It is legally delegated authority because the delegator or the person who delegates, but in practice the exercise is allowed to the subordinate. So simply the delegation means the line of authority given to your subordinates or to your lower people or to your higher people in order to fulfill the assignments in right time in particular period. Next, coming to the types of delegation methods. What are the various types of delegation methods? So the delegation methods are of 4 to 5 methods. Depends upon the situation. The delegation are of 4 to 5 methods. So what is the first type of delegation? Permanent and temporary delegation. So we are having permanent delegation as well as a temporary delegation. Delegation may be permanent or temporary, right? Whenever the delegation is a permanent delegation, the powers are delegated forever subject to normal conditions. ఎప్పుడైతే we want to use the permanent type of delegation, the subjects will be normal to the condition. Normal to the condition. Only in extraordinary circumstances, this kind of delegation might be revoked. The temporary delegations are the powers for the short period for the accomplishment of some process. When the end is achieved, the delegation also ends. So ఈ టెంపరీకి పర్మనెంట్కి డిఫరెన్స్ ఏంటి? పర్మనెంట్ మీన్స్ the circumstances or the kind of things will be permanent, right, for the long term process. And coming to the temporary means the period of time for accomplishment or accompanying the things will be short. ఎప్పుడైతే ప్రాజెక్ట్ అయిపోతుందో అప్పుడు మన డెలిగేషన్ పవర్ పీరియడ్ కూడా అయిపోతుంది. అకార్డింగ్ టు ఎర్విన్, ద ఎక్స్టెంట్ అండ్ ఏరియా ఆఫ్ డెలిగేషన్ మే బీ వెరీ డిపెండింగ్ అపాన్ సర్కమ్స్టాన్సెస్. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్, delegate responsibilities for a temporary period pending the return of one who lies with your regular assignment. So that is the first thing, temporary and permanent delegation. Next, second category, full delegation and partial delegation. So full delegation, 100% delegation and 50% delegation. Delegation is a full when no conditions are attached to delegation and a person. So delegation ఎప్పుడు full గా ఉంటుంది when there is no conditions are attached to the subordinate whom powers are delegated, and has she full authority to make decisions and take decision. It is partially when the decision taken by him is approved by the delegation authority. Example, so when a diplomat is sent abroad with all powers to negotiate, it is full delegation. As the internet is very slow, we'll stop the class here. Take I will attendance is to be taken. So we'll discuss the class tomorrow. Why? Because we are having some poor connection from my side. So who so no bothering. So we'll discuss the class tomorrow, and we will complete this unit 2 by 1 or 2 classes. So I require only 1 or 2 classes so that I can complete your unit 2 as far as possible. So it is more than I took 310, right? It's more than 350. So the attendance is posted already. Okay. Have a nice time. We'll meet tomorrow at 3 o'clock. Have a nice day.